Hi, everybody. I'm Malcolm Jackson with the Millionaire Mindset. Today, I want to discuss with you how to make it during difficult times. This is so important. How to make it during difficult times. It's tough out here, man. People are really having a tough time with the coronavirus. But here, I want to share with you four simple principles on how to make it during difficult times. The very first thing I want you to do is consider paying yourself 10%. I've mentioned this in other videos. This is important for your financial future. This is how you're going to get wealthy. This is how you're going to build wealth, is that you're going to pay yourself 10% out of every single paycheck or money that you receive. The second thing that I would like for you to do out of the four steps is for you to budget. I know people hate that word budget, but it's going to be crucial if you're going to become wealthy or you're going to get through these difficult times. Budgeting, what is it going to do for you? What is it going to do for you? Here's what it's going to do for you. It is going to allow you to control your expenses. That's the number one thing. It's going to give you a very good focus, a snapshot as to where your money is going. And that is so important. If you're having things in your budget that you're not using, perhaps you haven't gone to the gym in a year, man. I hate to say it, but that's maybe something you want to consider cutting out temporarily so that you can pay down your debt with that money and find other things that you're perhaps not using right now currently that you're paying for. Here's an item that I thought was a necessity that I bought. You see this? This is a Nikon camera, man. Super expensive, right? But I didn't need it. I didn't need it. I wasted money on that. So don't do like I did, man. Get in there, look at your budget, go through every line item where you're spending your money and cut out those things that are unnecessary. Now, I know there's a big difference between necessary and desire. You sometimes, like I, get confused in thinking that everything you're spending your money on is necessary. It is not. Desires. Every man, woman, and child has desires. But don't let your desires take over more than 90% of your income. Because if you do, you won't be able to put aside that 10% that I was telling you about earlier. So your desires are never going to go away. If you double or triple your income, you're still going to have desires. So pay for what you can. Nothing wrong with desires, but make sure it doesn't exceed 90% of your income. It is so important. Now, I want you to consider this as well. This is the third step in dealing with these difficult times. If you're going to invest in something, I want you to invest in something that you know about. Use the apps that are on your phone. You can go to your app store and download apps like Stash. You can Acorn. There's other Robinhoods is out there. You can download those on your phone, man, and start to participate. Get involved with investing. These apps, man, are free. And you can start with very little money investing and starting a career for yourself where your money will be making money for you. In other words, you don't have to work for it. It'll start giving you residual income each and every month coming back into your pocket instead of taking that money and spending it on something that you really don't need. Now, you may say, well, Malcolm, I don't know that much about investing. Well, I can share with you this. I didn't know much about investing when I got started as well. But in difficult times, man, you got to learn. You got to learn something different because you got to be different. You got to have things different in your life. So look to people like this. I remember I was checking out videos and reading books, but Warren Buffett made a very interesting point. This is what he said. He said, if you invest in an index fund, meaning a fund like the S&P 500, it will outperform 85% of the people that manage money. That was mind blowing to me, man. 85%. So me, the average home gamer, the average guy can invest and outperform 85% of the people who do this for a living. Amazing. That's if it's over a 10-year period. Here's where it gets even more exciting. If it goes out to 15 years, meaning if you invest in the index fund like the S&P 500, It will outperform 92% of all investors, according to Warren Buffett, one of the richest men in the world. So I would take his advice. I would definitely take his advice and consider an index fund like the S&P 500. Now, the fourth and final way that I want you to deal with these difficult times is this. Consider this as well. Before you invest your hard-earned money, listen to me very carefully. I'm Malcolm Jackson, man. I'm your uncle. I want to see you paid. I want to see you get through these difficult times, but I want you to consider this: doing your homework, doing your research before you invest. I don't care if I mentioned it. I want you to check me. Do a fact check on me and make sure that you don't lose your hard-earned money. That is the fourth and final step in order for you to deal with these difficult times. You see, you don't want to save up an entire year and invest it in something internet person or somebody off the cuff just told you something to put your money in, and then you lose it. You don't want to do that. You want to do your research. I may, from time to time, have an opinion about a particular stock, but even if I mention it, I want you to go behind me and do your research. But I promise you, I want to see you wealthy, and I want to see you get through these difficult times. Tune in each week. Hit the subscribe button, man. I'm teaching people about money, about entrepreneurship, and about getting in the rental property game or real estate. Those are three primary income sources for me. I've been doing that a long time, and I know a lot about it. And I'd love to share it with you. The information that I'm sharing with you here on this YouTube channel is free, so you can't lose. I'm Malcolm Jackson for the Millionaire Mindset. Take care, and may God bless you.